highlight Neo. I am on board with that. Absolutely a very exciting player to watch. So many small details. I feel like the more you learn about Counter-Strike, the more you probably end up appreciating Neo as a player. But it's true, it's not every day that he turns up. I hope today's going to be one of them. They're playing EnVy, who are going to be starting on the CT side. And we'll see if that's going to work out for them. EnVyUs Pro already setting up. That's a quick flashbang, and they're just going to follow it up. A lot of speed put into this bomb site immediately. And EnVy, they're not in position just yet. Already VP charging the CT spawn, and Apex going to be overrun. And the bomb has gone down. What a great pace to set off this game.
Yeah, no fear at all. Taking control of the situation. Kenny going to get dinked immediately. Playing from jungle, he's down to 4 HP. Pasha lands that shot, and Snax is going to find the kill in the end. So the confirm is there. Devil trying to do the best that he can, but it's just not meant to be. And EnVyUs Pro just completely storming through the map. Not even, like, they had 3 guys go through pit with the flash, but they also had the 2 guys waiting in mid. So instantly, if EnVy are trying to have some kind of mid presence or trying to rotate quickly over from B, boom, VP are there to cut that off. And so really, it just compartmentalized the A site and said, whoever's on here, we're just going to rush him down, and then we'll make sure that he can get no help whatsoever. Super solid start there for VP.
Well then, we have this thing called the Virtus Plow, and every once in a while, you know, it's taken out and teams just get shattered. It's so overwhelming whenever it happens. It's not, can't call it just yet, but with that kind of a start, you got to wonder if that's not what VP had in mind here, just to say, all right, let's just see if we can't completely knock them off balance. Great flashes into the middle here, and Pasha getting caught. That was a 4-man peek into the middle. Neo picking up 1, but he's going to go down to NBK. Very smart teamwork coming out here for the Frenchman. Yeah,
excellent teamwork. What a trap to set. They paced it perfectly. Snax is going to catch Apex, trying to get a little over-aggressive at top mid. NBK on short, looking for the 1 shot. Not going to quite find it. Snax survives with 15 HP, and Taz will eventually get that kill on NBK. So it's all on Happy now. And VP, they aren't committed anywhere. That's the beauty of this sort of setup. They do have byali out on the A site. He was playing from Palace from the beginning. And he's going to spot out Happy. But that pretty much makes it clear now for VP. They know that they have the superior firepower, the numbers, so they just go ahead and commit to the A side anyway. But I like that from VP. Like, they've had 4 guys in mid at the beginning. byali up in Palace kind of makes you think, right, okay, they'll wind up on A. But with such an open kind of setup, they can go to B, they can break B, they can break anywhere, basically. So really tough for EnVy to call where they were going to go.
Third round is coming up here, and I mean, I still think we got to give a lot of credit to EnVy with that initial sort of flash peek into the middle there. It's such a simple thing. Pretty much anyone could do that. You know, you don't have to be a professional player. Just go and matchmaking with your friends and count to 3 and throw the flashbang. You know, it is really easy, but the payoff could be really great. And now VP again with a bit of mid control here, and look at the stack going on.
I love it. It's the identical round, the same round that they ran in the last one. This time, it's going to be Pasha getting a little ahead of himself. He catches Devil, but now he's dropped an AK on that A site. If byali eventually gets picked up, that's 2 AKs that EnVy can select in this round. But in the meantime, VP, with the remaining 3 players from mid, they just push straight out onto the B site. NBK is the only one here to put a stop to this.
And I'm wondering how many people Pasha saw when he pushed up on that stairwell, because if he saw 3 people there, it's a pretty easy call for them to go for the B bomb site. Happy gonna pick up 1 kill, but he's in a lot of trouble, and there's pretty much no way he's gonna be able to live back here. Just gonna end up running him down, and NBK on 12 health. So in spite of some pretty good setups coming out of EnVy, I feel like right now EnVyUs Pro is still gonna be running away with the first couple of rounds here.
It's just brutal as well. Like, the timing works out perfectly for VP. That's all. I mean, obviously Happy was just lurking, and that didn't really pan out for byali. But the fact that they have byali, he's almost like a guarantee or like a insurance for the late round, where VP, they're able to show themselves early, have a strong mid presence. They show themselves towards B as well. So if there's a rotation coming out from EnVy towards that B site, byali is like the insurance for the late round, where if you kill somebody on A, there's still time on the clock, boom, you rotate the bomb back to A, and there you go. You can actually just kind of fall back towards the A site. If you kill the guy on B right off the bat, boom, you go to the B site. Like, there's a lot of layers here for VP to work with. A lot of steps that can all come together for a successful round. But it's a 3-0 lead for VP, and now EnVy are the ones buying. And now we see a change in VP.
Again, the pace is just so quick. Normally, you could spend the first 40 seconds getting to where Taz is now, and he's just walked himself in. They can play around that position. Devil will take down 1, and Neo with a good refrag. There's Taz and byali coming back into it. Kenny only getting the 1 kill here, and that's a lot of trouble for Apex, who's now in connector and being flanked even as we speak. Taz right on the other side, but the bomb goes down again. Apex should be in a lot of trouble and won't get a chance there. Now it's a weird one-on-one. This is an odd round.
Yeah, really odd because Apex somehow forgets that Taz is waiting in jungle. Like, that's where he got the initial kill. So Apex, a little bit of a mistake there, and Taz will be able to recover the bomb. And NBK now is in a bit of a tough spot. He has to... Damn, that was loud. Okay. I thought you were cracking open something over here instead of somebody out there. All right, whatever. Monster, whatever it is.
I try and only drink when I'm not working, so it's a rule I have.
All right. Taz, though, he might actually be able to catch NBK here. This is all down to timing. Silly as that. NBK not looking the right way, and Taz will clutch it. 4-0 for VP. I was so distracting. I was just like, I literally thought you were doing it right next to your mic because I could hear that so clearly in my headset.
Yeah, me too. I have no idea where that came from, but it's interesting. That position that Taz gets into in what's called the ladder room has a more affectionate name that we don't always bring up. But basically, that's such a core part. It's such a tiny room. It doesn't seem to occupy much of the map at all. But because it opens up both bomb sites, and it's very hard for the CTs to rotate around that point on the map without exposing themselves, it becomes a really big, sort of almost gravitational point for the map. Very important for the CTs to keep a hold of that. Devil has gone down, and good refrag from Kenny. And oh, look at that MBK! 2 clicks, 2 headshots, and Kenny taking out Taz. And suddenly Envy biting back and maybe putting a bit of pressure on VP here.
VP getting a little bit too comfortable. That's 4 rounds in a row where they've had a strong mid presence like that. 3 of them at least, where they're just constantly putting 4 players in mid. EnVyUs finally figuring out how to take advantage of that. Snack's pretty sure he spotted 1 of them at the top, but there's 3 of them there. So as soon as he peeks out, he tries to close the angle off by huddling next to the left windowsill there, but not going to work for him. Look at that. I mean, EnVyUs are so on point. Happy doesn't even need to see what's going on. Eventually, he'll put those back on, and then he'll be like, ah, finally. But there we go.
Maybe that is where the the wall hacks come from. The glasses. Could that be a real technology? I don't know.
They've been trying to sell that for years.
That's why I stopped wearing glasses, because I can't stop touching them, and I get them smudged, and I can't see a thing. So, contacts for me instead. 4-1 being the scoreline, and we have the AWP on Kenny. Got a chance to see if he could maybe do something more. This is a great map for people who are... There are so many opportunities, and especially the style that Kenny sort of used to like. We'll see if he can be put into play. Happy running through the smoke, or at least trying. The Snacks is going to catch him before anything happens. Now they're running into the A bomb site, but there are actually 3 people stacked up here. Might not be the best idea for VP. They might actually be... just biting them more than they could chew here. It's going to be a good kill coming through for Apex. Devil has gone down, but it's still a 2-1-3. And look at MBK putting a lot of pressure on Neo, who's in that corner, and he won't survive either. Pasha goes down, and it's a really good round for Envy.
That was all over the place, but it was also an excellent prediction coming out from Envy. VP made the adjustment necessary to stop that kind of flank coming in from MBK. They put him in into underpass, but the fact that Envy has had 4 players on A pretty much starting off the round, it's just like, right, if you're going to come A, guys, you're going to walk into just a mad crossfires all over the place. You won't be able to actually come out ahead. Well,
if you think about it, though, a round like we just had where VP, they have the mid control, they get rid of Happy and Connector. It's a very good idea to make the call then to say, well, let's go A. Because that was probably one of the A players. At most, there's going to be 2 more, and we have 5 people coming in. Those are pretty good odds, right? It just, it was based on the assumption that there was only going to be 3 people there, so a little bit unfortunate. Good opening here, but I think Envy should be able to recover, and it's smart for Devil not to fight it. Kenny almost, oh, what? Gonna be taking down Pasha in what looked like a completely ridiculous shot. And now they're just going to clean it up. I've just no idea what just happened. Can we get the instant slow motion replay there? That is so ridiculous.
Pretty please. That's unbelievable. Thought he was dead for sure. I was about to say, well, Devil may have been able to challenge just a little bit to, help Kenny out. And Kenny's like, nah, don't need any help. Look at this. Boom.
Did he quickscope that?
Yeah, that looks like it, man. Sit down, Pasha.
The long lost art of quickscoping.
Look at this. Hold on. Yep.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Well then, that one kill has a massive impact on the outcome of the round, because there was no one there to back up Kenny. If he dies, they steal the AWP. Then now they have a 2-for-0 trade with the bomb down and an AK and an AWP. That's a round that Virtus.pro could very, very well win. So that one kill is completely pivotal to the round. 4-3 being the scoreline here. And VP still with money, because obviously that was an eco round for them.
Yeah, exactly. And then they get the bomb plant, which is a huge success. It means plenty of nades to work with in this round for Virtus.pro. So we'll see how they actually choose to approach this. At the beginning of the half, they kept putting 4 players into mid. Last round, obviously, on the eco round, they just decided to group up and go towards A. And it looks like VP want to go back towards the same style that they had in the pistol round, which is charge straight out of pit, put maximum amount of pressure on that A side as quickly as possible. And it's working out so far. Fair trade as far as damage is concerned. Devil just goes leaping in, and he eventually sprays Taz down and gets the follow-up on Snacks and the follow-up on Pasha. Devil, huge round for him.
A very aggressive play. Seems to be just sort of making up his own mind that that would be a good idea, and it was. So, very well played. Now, ByAli alone in a 1-on-4. I feel like Devil seems to be playing better when he's playing more aggressively. I feel like whenever I see him play passively, it doesn't seem to be working out. And whenever he's making these slightly crazy plays, it seems to be working out better at least. Good shot from ByAli.
That's beautiful. All you can do is just admire that kind of shot. It's just like boom. And now, I mean, 1v3. NBK's got low HP, but Happy and Kenny, they're already moving into position to box him in. You can already see Kenny making his way into B apartment, so if ByAli tries to run past, Kenny's going to hear those steps. Stomp, 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 right? You can hear it, and so he knows now Kenny is ready. He's already got the rotation coming out from NBK as well, so there will be a man alive on the site, and as soon as he peeks out, Kenny misses the shot. But NBK is there to guarantee the kill. So 4-4 the score now. And VP, no bomb plant that round means that they might just be a little bit low on the funds, and they should really just think about going for a half buy. No need to try and force where you know, it's like Tech 9. Just get some Tech 9, Kevlar, a couple of nades, get a bomb plant down in this round.
Yeah, low on the funds and also low on the fun, I think. Losing 4 rounds in a row here, not exactly a good time at all. Actually, they're going to go for Tech. Well, they sort of just even out the money, right? So those who had the money would buy Tech 9 and some grenades here, going for a regular old A execute here, which is going to be really great. The only problem is Apex is behind those boxes, but they have a Molotov even. Oh, if Neo gets that Molotov in on Apex, this could be a very good round for Virtus.pro, in spite of the lack of equipment.
Rotation, it's on a clock though. Rotation is coming in from Kenny. He's going to be in CT to back Apex up in a minute here.
Yeah, they waited just a couple of seconds too long. You're exactly right. Apex, he gets a kill, but now the backup is there. Grenade going to rain in as well. Kenny actually getting the kill as that grenade went off, and there's no issue here at all. They managed to shut it down, and that will be a 5th round in a row here for Envy. But yeah, if they'd done that push 10 seconds earlier, that could have been very fun.
No, well, exactly. And so maybe VP is starting to get a little nervous, trying to wait for some kind of off timing perhaps, I don't know. Just because...
It is just like a coin flip, isn't it? Because, yeah. I mean, unless you have someone in the middle listening for the rotation or something like that, you are just gambling and saying maybe they will, maybe they won't. It could have even been that they've watched the demo of Envy and they know, you know, around this time someone usually rotates out of the bomb site, so we'll wait for that. This time it was different.
Well, 10 rounds in, and we've reached a turning point here for VP. This is the first time that they're going to truly split up across the map and get a default kind of play going where they're just all spread, all looking for picks, making sure that Envy can't get too aggressive. I mean, we'll see. Right now, NBK and Kenny were working as a duo together to clear out the apartments, and NBK really getting up there aggressive, shows himself and decides to back off. That's all he needs to do, just make the noise so that VP have to worry about that part of the map later on in the round.
Yeah, but they in turn seem to be going back. Neo, a little bit of control and connector, but now actually Envy are taking it back again, and does Neo even realize he's going to go for the fight there? Picks up one and a great follow-up. Seemed like they should have been able to trade that more effectively, but Happy and Kenny getting back into it. Kenny has gone down, but there's not a lot of health left on VP right now. They need that bomb plant, and they need it quick.
Scary situation because Neo's now going to have to drop on Happy. He heard the footsteps. NBK is allowed to walk up and completely deny that bomb plant. Happy making noise at just the right time, and Happy finding the kill on Neo. Taz steps out into the open and takes out NBK. So we're into a 1v1 clutch scenario now. And it's Happy with near full HP and an incendiary versus Taz half HP, trying to bait a response out. He knows that Happy's playing for mid connector.
Oh, and there is a corpse lying in the way, and that's actually a big problem exactly on this map, because he might not be able to see the head of Happy coming up there. That could be a very annoying factor in a round like this. Happy now moving a little bit closer. Taz hiding in the back line. This is a good position, except if there's a Molotov in play, which there is. Taz now forced to... No, actually, it bounces on the wrong side. That's a bit of an issue. I think it was supposed to go on the other side of the box there. Now he has to spend some time that he really doesn't want to. Taz moving around and getting a little bit of a shot in there. 27 output. Oh! Happy hitting the headshot. And that will be 6 rounds in a row for Envy.
And all that despite an unforced error. Because you're right, I think that incendiary is definitely it's style points.
Good times.
Snack's a little frustrated for sure. I believe he's calling the shots right now for VP as well.
You can't see it when he's sitting down, but this is like the Polish version of the mountain. You know, he's just a massive human being. It is a little bit intimidating, really. Plays Counter-Strike.
He's a monster in the game as well, right? So I mean, there you go, Colossus.
He definitely is. 11th round is coming up right now, and a little bit of an aggressive position here for Kenny. On the other side is Taz. This is not quite sort of an all-in position. You can get back around the corner, but now he's pushing and doesn't get the shot. Instantly falls back.
Wise. And we're back to the default approach here from VP. Being very close last round. Devil with the double spray, and Apex steps in to support him. That drops the bomb at connector. And now it's byali and Taz, the last 2 alive for Virtus Pro. Just like that, they've lost half of their team. And, well, they've got a lot of work ahead of them. Taz played from this position in the last round, and Apex will check it, but a beautiful flick comes in from Taz, drops Apex. Still, Taz only the 2 HP. Now a lot of this is going to come down to byali and whether he can actually clear things out without taking too much damage.
He needs to get another kill in here somehow. He can't really let them have the round with 4 men alive, but that's exactly what will happen. 7 rounds straight here for Envy, and the money is out of control. Kenny started this round with very nearly 15,000. Oh, yeah. And
those are some sick hats.
That is great. I love that.
Still, Devil. It's a couple times now where we've seen some big impact sprays coming out from him. He's jumped up to 10 kills now. Tied for second. So solid work coming out from him. He's the one calling the shots as well for Envy, so a lot on his mind. But yeah, Kenny with the angle. Gonna drop Neo, goes back for more. Could he go for a 3rd peek? Man, yep, he will get punished for that bravery. Display of bravery, rather, as Snacks finds the pick. Brings it back to a 4-on-4 that will favor Virtus Pro unless Envy can do something to turn it around. But VP at this point, all they need to do is just sit pretty. Calm down, maintain that mid control, and you could eventually split onto B. They already have byali clearing out B apartments. This comes down to Taz. There's the flash, and full blind, Taz hits the shot on Devil.
I wonder if Kenny thought that was an eco round from VP, because otherwise there's no point in re-peeking that in the middle. That's the only explanation that I could really think of. A good shot from Pasha, going to be taking down MBK. Happy's trying to cover the cross here, and he's going to take down byali. So that's a pretty good start. Goes a little bit more aggressive, but he's also very much alone. The bomb making its way back here, and he goes Snatch, just waiting for him in the kitchen. So 5-7, and finally something working out for VP.
We're just seeing a great fight between both of these teams. Yeah, this is where you kind of call it out a little bit. You want to call it out just because a 3rd peek, is it really necessary? And so maybe there was some misinformation there. Maybe he messed up his read a little bit, thought he was going up against pistols. But even a deagle, you know, if you peek into a deagle, you'll die, right? So I mean, Kenny trying to go for the hero plays, and he just opens it up for VP after that.
Aggressive coming out. I think that was Apex calling for a flash, and Kenny covering him from behind. Just a solid setup there. Taz trying to push out onto the site, but already Happy will have heard that, so he's calling in for a little bit of backup. And everybody's showing up to the party. MBK's just kind of covering B right now. Happy to go down. And a good grenade there landing on Taz. No problem here. And this is, from Virtus Pro's point of view, not a good scenario.
Not at all. At least Snacks has some time to work with. He's got 1:15 to rotate around the map and make life a little bit more difficult here for Envy. Does he know that there's another smoke picked up somewhere? Maybe somebody died in apartments. He just throws away his smoke, so hopefully he'll be able to pick one up later on to be able to use once he actually gets that bomb down or attempts to plant the bomb.
I think Snacks is trying to make it look like he threw that grenade and ran back. The problem is Apex is covering the back line, so they're never going to fall for it. They know that he is trapped in here somehow and hasn't really made it out. The only mistake they can make right now is to go and look for him before they hear the bomb going down. Just let it wait. Apex is sort of sneaking up behind, which, I mean, you can tell now he's not being punished, but it is a bit risky.
Yeah, he could just choose to sit Instead, it is going to be the big step out into the open from Snax. Kenny S misses the shot. Snax has the info on NBK. What he doesn't know is that Apex is going to be working his way up from A pit. So this is, I mean, basically Apex is the insurance now. He's going to be able to step out and get a free kill. You can even see Snax is just like, okay, connector, probably going to start looking towards CT. Never expects to have to look back towards pit. And that was through the smoke that Kenny got that opening pick on Pasha. That's brutal. But what's also good to see here is that Envy are showing, you can't push us around, right? Yeah, okay, you won that last round. You're up on 5, but that's not going to stop us from going aggressive. And that takes some bravery because right now, VP, 5-6 rounds, that's a feel-good half for a T side on Mirage. So for Envy to be willing to take some risks, even though they know they're risking big with it, that's solid. That's, you know, if you're an Envy fan, warm and fuzzy a little bit, I think.
Double up setup, and one of them is on MBK, which is interesting. But he has been covering B quite a bit, and it's a really good tool to just cover that long line down the hallway with. See if he's going to get a chance to fight someone with. They do have 3 people over there, and the bomb at top middle, so might not be for a while. Virtus Pro, on the other hand, just pistols. This time, it makes more sense for Kenny to sort of continue to fight if he feels like it.
And sees the one guy. He has the advantage of the angle. There wasn't an instant repeak. And so now, well, they are going to try and get the clever here, get that boost going. And putting Snax up in the window is a pretty good call. He has this uncanny ability to just hit timings. And well, he's going to get that flash down, clears out CT, goes powering into jungle. Happy, does he realize? Does he hear the steps at his back? Doesn't matter anymore. Neo finds the kill on him. So we're into a 4-on-4. VP still have control of mid, but they're no closer to getting onto a site.
Oh no. NBK's alone in B, and Snax is walking in from behind. This would be quite a painful way for them to potentially lose a round. There's the opening. Snax waiting for it. He wants to check if there's anyone else. He doesn't know he's alone. MBK running out of time quick here, and that's going to be the kill. The bomb is making its way in. They're going to steal the AWP. That's such a big opening, and it's made from just one gap in the defense there. This is going to be tricky for Envy. They can't give up this round. And Virtus Pro had really almost nothing going into it. Snax holding the kitchen, not going to get the peek. And now he's actually, well, he was trapped in the corner. Makes it out real quick. The bomb has only just gone down. Flash goes in, and Taz will find the kill. Kenny missing a shot, and he's being flanked as well. Should be going down. The round will go in favor of VP. 6-8. That's a massive win. And Snax, he may have only got the 1 kill in that round, but it was a massive kill. It was such good movement.
And that's what he's capable of. That's what this guy, he just delivers this round after round.
And what's interesting is he had a choice coming out of the window room that he could have gone and tried to flank A where it looked like they wanted to try and attack. And it's that instinct to try and go B instead that really works out.
What I'm wondering now is if Apex continues to try and play aggro, because I was just checking his scoreline right now. He's kind of dropped off a little bit, quieted down. And he is, I mean, it's been brought up on the desk multiple times, and really it's just throughout history, right? Apex is the key to his team's success. He needs to feel on point, and that kind of push up to top mid, that's like a signature Apex play. He loves to go ultra aggressive. He loves to take the fight to his enemies. But in this round, he's going to just be playing passive A. No attempt at a push, no attempt at putting any pressure on VP. Instead, it's going to come down to Kenny, who has that AWP, finds the pick on Pasha in mid. Still 2 players playing in connector for Envy as well, so they could look to short, but I think a smoke is down blocking off Snax. Instead, it's NBK and Happy going to work.
And Envy doing a really good job right now. Gonna finally be NBK going down. Happy getting that kill mid-air, and Taz gets tagged in the face beforehand. Not that it matters against that AWP. That will make it 9-6 for the first half in favor of Envy. So a sort of open-ended scoreline, but considering how good VP tend to be on the CT side, I would say Envy have some distance to go before they could feel safe right here.
What I'm really curious to see is the impact that Kenny can have in the second half that's coming up. If he's going to go aggro off, or if they're going to count on him using the AK, we'll find out in just a few minutes after this break.
Welcome back. It's Taz and Apex here leading the scoreboard for either team, and it's 14-9, or 14 and 9 kills on Apex there. So doing a sort of reasonable job. Not quite sure if it's gonna be enough right here. And actually, sorry, Kenny's at 17 kills, so not leading the scoreboard, but yeah, they are trying to see if they can make it back here, Virtus.pro. They only got 6 rounds in the first half, and considering that they won the first 4 in a row, then they only got 2 more after that for the rest of the half. So I'm not sure if they're feeling super excited, but they must be. They must realize that this is a very winnable game for them. If they win this pistol round, I think EnVy are going to have a struggle ahead of them.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to put VP in the driver's seat. Look at this setup here from Apex. He fluffs the nade. Unfortunately, just chucks it right into the wall, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. And it doesn't help that Pasha's going to pick up a kill on NBK. That drops a bomb up in apartments. Devil is going to try and bring it back. He finds a kill on Snacks, but he's down to 11 HP, and Kenny's sitting on 81. So not looking too healthy, not looking too hale here for EnVy. And Taz with the flank. The delayed push to just bottle them in. They're boxed in now because there's byali holding in mid underpass as well. Pasha going aggressive. Decides to try and go on the hunt, but really there's nowhere for EnVy to go. They have to battle their way out.
They're very much trapped. I mean, this is not a fun position to be in. Pasha takes 1, and Kenny gonna go down as well. I think a triple kill there for Pasha. We'll bring it to a 7-9 scoreline. And again, you win both the pistol rounds, you're already doing a very good job. So we'll see if EnVy can find a way to get back. They didn't get the pistol, right? They get the bomb plant, so you'll see.
It's a tough situation because, as far as I'm concerned right now, EnVy have like half the solution. Kenny is leading the way. Yes, he's getting the kills, but Apex really needs to wake up and start. You know, you need the 2 of them hitting shots for EnVy to be at their most deadly, at their most dangerous, where they win maps against the best. And right now, I mean, well, Apex missing a flash like that and just getting obliterated in the pistol, that doesn't bode well. So EnVyUs now with a little bit of additional pressure on their shoulders. Deagles across the board. See, nobody's standing out this time, Anders.
I like it.
Straight Deags. Now we have to see if they've got Juan on speed dial or if they're going to get wiped out here by VP.
Only thing better would have obviously been all R8s, but that's a different story.
Can somebody say high noon and as well while they use them?
Yeah, why not? There's been a couple of gifts like that on the Reddit lately, which I really enjoyed. Apex snuck his way into Sandwich and gonna try to continue. Gets a fight with Taz. Even if he had won it, byali would have been there to return that kill very quickly. And MBK hoping for a quick deagle on someone. There's a bit of a chance. Neo playing a dangerous game. But it is 4-on-3 now. Sorry, is Happy going to pick up that kill right before he goes down.
So at least he finds something to work with. NBK, though, he's just hating life. Just can't seem to find a kill. And then Pasha eventually just going to go in there and, well, wreck him. So now it's just Kenny. No Kevlar because he's prioritizing that AWP, which is good to see for the 19th round. We'll be watching to see him pick up the sniper rifle because in the 17th round, there's nothing left to talk about. They're done. Shut down. And Virtus.pro 1 round closer to tying it up at 9-9. Get wrecked.
Yeah, so this is what generally happens when you lose the pistol. There's a good chance you lose the following 2 rounds. And yeah, right now, EnVy, they got to think not so much about this round, but the upcoming one. Be very interested to see. Like, there's a couple of different ways they can go about it. Kenny will, I think, have enough for an AWP. So they could try and challenge middle with that, see if they could find an opening, or they could go for something faster.
And it looks like it's just run off the balcony and cross your fingers, hope you can get that bomb down. Taz is going to be in position to just shut down half of this push, though. Happy at Tetris gets overwhelmed. Well, they've done hardly any damage at all. The bomb is on the site. It's been donated. And well, Kenny now, well, he just kind of gets to just sit and hang out, really. And hope that somebody on VP is going to make the silly mistake of trying to push into apartments to punish him.
Now he's sort of been spotted as well, so eventually it's going to come to an end with a 3rd kill for byali. And a tied scoreline at 9-9. Kenny could buy an AWP glass cannon if you wanted to, although the fact that it's sort of glass cannon means I would question going for the middle peak. Because there's another position where you can very easily run into grenades, and that's something you don't want to do. So we'll see what it's going to be for Kenny. They don't have an op on the VP side, though.
He's swinging his knife around, and it is looking like he wants to try and take that mid peak, and it's going to be a delayed one as well. Snax is already in position. And Kenny, so what he's doing is he takes it into mid, but instead of going aggro, he's waiting for aggression to come out of Virtus Pro. He plays a passive angle where he's just holding right. He has that long angle right into mid, so if byali or somebody wanted to come try and push top mid and get the fight on, Kenny would then be protected from any kind of nades or anything like that flying in. So I like it. It's a little bit more of a passive approach coming in from EnVy to start.
Grenade onto Pasha there, doing I think a bit of damage. And Happy is waiting, hoping that someone's going to come look, and instead it's actually Taz going down. So very good opening start, especially because they got such a heavy presence in the middle that Snax is going to have a hard time dealing with. Once the smoke goes away, he's going to be trapped in here. NBK does go down to Virtus Pro, still a 4-on-3. Apex picking up a good shot there. And now maybe the only hope is byali sneaking up at A ramp, but he's already been discovered.
Did they realize? Yeah, Kenny. Okay, yeah. Apex is back at the pit. It's not to say like he had the silencer going, so maybe they didn't quite pick up on where they were getting shot from there. But it was pretty quick reaction coming out there from EnVy. They get the bomb down. Now it's Neo taking point on the rotation from the B site. Pasha hardly has any HP to speak of, so Neo's gonna have to do some work. And he spots out Kenny, puts the pressure on, but Devil steps right into his face, clocks him. And now it's Pasha in a 1v4, stuck in mid. The best thing he can hope for here is to back off and save his gun. Only problem is, look at Happy. Well, Happy's actually got the worst read possible. So, lucky day for Pasha.
Yeah, it seems like there's a good chance he can survive, and I mean, he needs a bit of luck right now. Him and Neo not really doing too well at the moment, both at the bottom of the scoreboard. They probably need one or the other has to step up and have a pretty good half at the end here. Otherwise, I think EnVy could stand a decent chance of making their way out of this game with a bit of a win. 10-9 is the scoreline, and they will buy up anyway on the VP side.
Happy, just saying, like, this is football. They're trying to read my lips, right? There's guys with binoculars up there, trying to read the coach's lips. What are you calling? What are you calling? Covers it. All right.
In French as well, translating it.
Live translation.
That'd be impressive, wouldn't it?
I think if it was old EnVy, I would have just said, it's like, rush B. But not going to be this time. They do put some pressure in B apartments early on, but again, Kenny, passive hold, looking for the aggression in mid, and it's Taz actually taking point there for that push. So VP, see if it actually pays off, because there is a bit of a timing to it, because if they're wrapping through underpass, Taz will be vulnerable. But Neo's going to miss the shot. That Snax actually missing the shot initially. Devil tries to transfer the spray. He's not going to get it. Instead, now it's Kenny who's looking to try and get that trade kill because he's boxed in.
Oh, and Apex took a lot of damage. That was Snax hitting the shot through the side there, but still, the Molotov's going to zone him out, and Apex actually picking up a secondary kill there on Pasha. 2 versus 3, definitely not a done round yet. byali, though, is in an uncomfortable position right here. If he gets peeked from apartments, which he does, it's not an easy fight to win, because he has to worry about the connector as well all the time. 1 versus 3 for Neo.
And he's actually in the best place possible, because Happy is actually giving this up. He does get the smoke down on jungle, but nobody's there to challenge the smoke, and so it's virtually useless. They don't know if Neo's pushed through. He's going to drop the palm carrier. That's Kenny down. Happy and Apex now both on single-digit HP. They've got 30 seconds to get this bomb down. Happy will spot the man. Neo transfers onto Apex, and now he's got bomb control. He can sit here all day. What are you going to do, Happy? Well, roast him. That's a good start. Need to find the headshot, and he does! Another clutch for Happy. 2 key rounds, and Happy comes through for his teammates again.
That is fairly mad. I think actually the fire that went up blocked his view. Neo, more than anything, it's kind of shocking that it even ended up in a 1v1, considering that was a 3v1, right? So it's good that they were able to sort of zone him out at the end, I guess. But the fire simply obscuring Happy's position there.
Unbelievable. Well, again, Snax is going to go into mid. He nearly had the timing, but he will get the follow-up onto Apex. Decides not to risk the random shot through the smoke. Instead, willing to wait, be patient, and pick up the kill when he actually saw his opponent. And it works. Now there's 3 players alive here on the A site for Virtus Pro, and EnVyUs, they're committed.
Snax, second kill coming through, and byali helping out onto Devil there. This seems like finally a round that's working out for VP. It's been a couple of rounds here where EnVy have had it all their own way, and now Happy alone versus 2. And he does have the bomb at least, but he's about to be flanked as well. That smoke not going to cover him. And that will make it 10-11 here, so A little bit going back their way. There is a lot of money on Happy. This is questionable. I'm not sure if it's worth it for them to go for a quick buy here.
It's that last round that did them in with only the one player surviving.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been very expensive rounds here for Envy. And what is this buy that's going to come out? You guys will see it in a second. Sorry, I keep jumping the gun, but 4 MAC-10s? This is just a purely Envy buy. All right, 4 MAC-10s YOLO B.
If this works, I'm going to be disappointed. MAC-10's running right in a Neo. Thankfully, fighting for the integrity of the game is eventually going to get taken out by a grenade. And Pasha doing pretty good work there, so thank God the MAC-10s did not prevail. Feels like that would have been too much, wouldn't it? I don't think I could have handled that.
A sick wallbang from Happy, but yeah. No, I mean, seriously.
That would have put me on tilt.
Yeah, I guess they treat it as like a round of eco almost, where they're just like, right, buy MAC-10s, we'll get money in the next round. But still, yeah, almost wonders if it's not better to just go Tech-9 Kevlar then. Tech-9 Kevlar, a couple of nades, go for a half buy, balance out your money, and go for a buy in the next round. Now, Virtus Pro are going to get 2 rounds off the back of this. It's tied at 11-11, but VP are primed to take the lead. And while they are on the CT side of Mirage, so I mean, you can even say they're in the lead already. When it's a tied situation like this, all of the pressure is now on the Frenchman to get it to get something going here. And Devil going to try and lurk his way out through the smoke. Somehow actually makes it past. It gets the headshot on Bialy.
See, Virtus Pro can't really afford to give up this round. This is supposed to be the point in time where they get sort of a little bit of mental energy back and just can relax and get a few good kills. And Neo even knows that with that MP9. He's ready to farm up a couple of kills against some unarmored opponents, but it's a little bit tricky now. He's making his way back to B just to make sure no one's going to pull any tricks on them. But Envy, they're a dangerous team even with pistols.
That's a pain there, though. Taz finds the kill on NBK. He was supposed to be the one to draw attention to mid to keep the pressure here, to keep VP thinking that they might wrap to A. Instead, it is going to be the 3 players lurking their way out through B apartments. Neo, he got spotted. No, not sure if he did, actually, and Devil's going to walk right into him. MP9 up close is going to shred these guys when they don't have Kevlar. Kenny will be able to get the kill, but Neo gets 2. What is that shot from Kenny? He shuts down Taz. And now we're to a 2-on-2 somehow.
They have armor on Happy, and he's going to need it, especially now being alone. The bomb is planted for his position. If only there was a gun he could pick up somewhere, or if he had a grenade or really anything. They have a smoke, so they're going to put that up, and that forces him to go in and look for them. He can't really stay on the other side any longer. Now he's out in the open. Great headshot from Happy, and a great round for Envy, honestly. That's just very impressive. 4 kills and a bomb plant. That kind of a round could be one that has a really big consequence later on for Virtus Pro. They could end up running out of money because of a round like that.
Yeah, they're going to tap into their bank massively this round. So they're all floating around like the 6K mark, but 4 of them have got a rebuy now. So it's not looking too healthy for Virtus Pro as far as the money is concerned. Obviously, Envy, after a round of eco, they're going to spend everything in this round. And while we have both AWPs alive, a double AWP play coming out here from Virtus Pro, actually. Snacks and Neo both with the sniper rifle. And what's interesting is that it's going to be an aggressive Palace push if Kenny or Apex are Happy. Happy seems to be the one to be mainly playing the lurk role on A. Snacks definitely looking to get the punish on him this round, but it's not going to happen. Might be delayed, though, because Snacks is still holding the angle up there.
Yeah, and I think that would be a little bit hard for Happy to guess. Like, normally at this point in time, if someone was in apartments, they would have either fallen back or they would have kept pushing, right? Unlikely they will stay in that position forever. Snacks and Happy are right about to walk into each other. It's a little bit scary up here. Happy counting the seconds in his mind. If he gets the kill, though, this whole round is going to be opened up for Envy, and then VP will be out of money. This is right now the fight that that's going to decide the round, probably.
To make all of it, yeah. And he's going to walk right into Snacks. And Snacks not caught sleeping. He's not caught sleeping. He's been waiting there for a minute. And he still hits the shot instantly on Happy. And while EnVyUs, this prompts them to change things up. Instead of going towards that A site, they had the mid control. They're going to go straight up short, where Snacks is going to still be able to find a pick on Kenny. Devil, though, will get the key kill. He opens up the B site by taking out Pasha.
And look at how quick they're being. This is very important. Apex now sneaking around middle. Snacks is going to be going down and turning around for the kill on Taz, who's just going to ignore that, running right through and ends up dropping ElEAGUE from the very... as soon as Snacks got the kill on apartments, ElEAGUE was flanking here, and now it might have been too late anyway. He even gets spotted. What a great jump from Apex. Just the information is going to be enough here. He gets the kill, and now one-on-one. Apex versus ElEAGUE, but he only has 35 health here on the Polish player. And that bomb is ticking away right now. ElEAGUE needs this kill. And Apex is in a perfect position. It's very hard to get out from this balcony without running across here. A little bit of damage done. Trying to fake it out. Throws out the pistol to try and fake it out. But Apex picking it up. Double kill for him. And that will tie up the scoreline and put Virtus.pro back to pistols.
And well, now, man, this is just all over the place. That's 3 huge clutch rounds that have gone EnVyUs' way. 2 of them from Happy, 1 from Apex. VP just can't seem to come through in the big clutch plays right now, and that's costing them 12-12. They're on the CT side, but you're right. Their money gets reset. Happy, once again, trying to hide the info, trying to hide the calls. And well, I mean, Envy at this point now, they should be feeling great, although they do go back to a default hold. Would like to see a little bit more of the buddy system in play. There's only really 2 guys who are stacked up. That's over in B apartments. Because if VP choose to go aggressive with pistols, they can just run a single player over really quickly. Still, Apex is going to find Snacks. That was an underpass. And so there's one part of the aggression that's gone. VP, though, they've still got the 3 players outside of pit.
Well, trying to make it work, but only doing some good damage to Happy. They wouldn't be able to get the kill there. He is isolated a bit, so if ElEAGUE and Taz were really hunting for him, maybe they could get him, but seems like Envy are not going to have too much trouble this round. At worst, they lose a rifle, but they'll definitely take the lead here in the game. 13-12 is definitely inevitable at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much sealed up and done for Taz is actually working on a delayed flank through Palace, which is fairly interesting. I mean, you might be able to catch out Happy, but it's just not even going to happen. A perfect, flawless anti-eco round for EnVyUs. That's going to build their bank. They desperately needed that, but more importantly, they just keep all their rifles alive. They really just put that mental pressure, that mental block on VP. You can't even kill one of us.
This is very interesting. I mean, VP, they saved the round, now they're buying, but it's not a very convincing buy. Snacks without armor, very limited grenades, not a single Molotov, no defuse kits either. So this is one of those rounds where VP really needs to win their battles. If it goes into a plant situation, if anything like that happens, it's going to be bad. Happy challenging the middle there and ends up going down.
Because he misses the Molotov, right? He's got to be furious with himself. That Molotov and connector is supposed to deny that position from Snacks. Instead, now, Snacks finds the first kill. Taz is there to take out Devil. Snacks with the second. EnVyUs holds the line on the site itself. Kenny not going to be able to live through this. What is this? The longest spray battle ever. But VP just come crashing right back into Envy. A perfect hold on that A site.
ElEAGUE deciding to fight through the pain, I think. Just somehow staying alive. That will be tied up again at 13-13, and I don't know where this is going to go anymore. Neither team has that much money, a little bit more on Virtus.pro, but still not that impressive. Now, shot though from Snacks.
It's pretty quick.
A bit worrisome.
It's pretty quick. Oh, yeah, Happy, he's got to be furious. Because that last round, if he gets a Molotov and it hits like the plateau and connector, then there's nowhere for Snacks to stand. Smoke is down in window, he can't be in connector, and you get mid control. Instead, Envy now, they just bum rush mid. They're like, right, okay, if you're going to bring the up over there, we're actually just going to rush you down if you actually try and take a fight with us. And so EnVyUs, they wrench control of mid away from Virtus.pro. Still 5 players alive for both teams, but now EnVyUs have a bit more map control to work with.
Especially that position for NBK and the fact that he wins the fight against Taz, who was trying to play the edge of the smoke in there. Very important. Wonder if there's going to be a response. And actually, there is. Pasha's moving up on the other side, but he runs into Apex. That was a good idea. That's what you should do when you're a man down. Now, the big question is, they're going to forget about Neo in here. It seems they will. And Neo picks up the 1 kill, should be calling for backup quick here as Kenny's going to pick up ElEAGUE. And Snacks is just miles away. There's not going to be any backup for either Snacks or Neo. There's a good shot, and I'm not sure why NBK wanted to fight that. That brings it into a 2-on-2.
Now just get that buddy system going, although Kenny he's up in jungle. Gonna Gonna try to take the shot. Neo's not gonna be able to connect with that spray, but Snax, he's doing what Snax does best. Dances through the smoke, charges down Devil, drops the bomb in mid, and Kenny wasn't there fast enough. 30 seconds left now, and the full flash, followed by the kill from Snax. The clutch round, basically clutch play coming in from Snax.
How does he know? Like, just think about it. Walking blind through the smoke, he just took out one person on catwalk. There could have easily been a second guy there looking at the smoke or anything like that. It's just so uncanny how he does that. No bomb plant means Envy do not have the money, and that's going to be 14-13 here. Virtus.pro 2 rounds away from winning what has turned out like, if I think about it now, I mean, Envy didn't look, I think, that impressive against Gambit, but it seems like they've sort of risen to the challenge here. This could kind of still go either way, but I definitely favor VP right now to run away with the first map at least.
Is it Envy rising to the challenge, or Virtus.pro being willing to sink down to their level and actually turn this into a street fight?
Oh, I see what you're getting at here. I mean, it is. I think they've all across the board. There's no one who's really underperforming right now. NBK's at 15 kills. Topping is Kenny at 22. So it's not like that big of a gap right now between top and bottom on Envy. I feel like they're performing at a pretty reasonable level here.
If Lurpus was here, I know what he would say in that situation, and that's why the hell do you have your knife out, Devil? Why don't you have your pistol out at least, right? You know, like you're in a close quarters scenario, you don't know where they are. It's just a small detail, right? But like, is the time that you save by running with your knife out going to be worth it? Or if you just ran with your pistol, like if you had a P250 out, right?
It's true, but it sort of speaks to how much Snax managed to mind game him, right? Because in Devil's mind, Snax is up in the bomb site. He's not thinking this is a close quarters fight. He's thinking it's fine. He's quite far away with the sniper rifle.
It's fair.
I'll just make it around here. But it is one of those ticks that professional players have that switches out, right? That can be detrimental at times. Right now, tactical timeout for Envy, and they are going to force it up. My God.
They're going to force it up, and they're probably going to go for a full-on A, like, execute strategy, I think.
This is the difference.
They haven't really run a straight A execute. It's been a lot of mid control. It's been a lot of playing default for picks. But they like a set strat that they can rely on. The problem is that VP just need to put one guy close to pit, and that completely falls apart, right? So they could afford VP to put Taz or somebody close to the pit, and then just have him hold there in shadow or something. Let's see.
Forcing now instead of saving is the difference between saying, let's try and play for overtime, or let's just try and see if we can't steal this away and win 16-14. And they're in it to win 16-14, I suppose. So we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Quick Molotov into the middle to try and deny that position that Snax has been using a couple of times in the past. And they do have 3 at top mid, and there's 2 over by the B-bomb side. Smoke in, Molotov in. Looked like, I'm wondering what would happen if you try and push the kitchen there, if they can sort of box them in. A good opening kill here from Pasha, who's had a bit of a rough game, but he's going to follow it up with another one there. And now things are looking very bad for Envy indeed. It doesn't reload in time though, and ends up going down, trying to switch to the pistol. Devil is dead as well. And Happy and Kenny are left 2 on 4.
Not looking too healthy, although Kenny is going to be able to take the fight to him. Picks up a second kill, that Snax down. But it's still a man advantage. Now Happy is basically the one who has to make the difference. And he gets the instant shot onto byali. Now he has an op to play with as well. If he can catch out Taz, this would be big. But Taz takes out his teammate in the meantime, so it's all on Happy now. 8 HP left for him in a 1v2. And Neo's going to push right in on him. So 15-13 map point for Virtus.pro. And EnVyUs, it's going to be another force buy. Tech9 force buy for them. Well, that's what's fun to see is that EnVyUs, man, they are really focused on that B site. It's pretty much split 50-50 between the two. I mean, edging out the number of times they've gone towards B instead of A, but I was definitely expecting more like A, like action to happen on A there for EnVyUs.
Well, they're kind of all in at this point, aren't they? 29th round coming up. It is another Tech9 and armor buy coming up. Plenty of grenades, but Taz is already spotting top mid, and since he hasn't seen anyone, that already rules out a lot of other strategies. And now that they see the grenades, they definitely know what's coming up here. And Snax shooting right between them. That's ridiculous. Now Devil going to be able to take him out. Taz wants to follow it up. He's out in the open. And Kenny going to get that kill. That's now 3 versus 5 with the bomb down here. And Virtus.pro looking to fight it. They actually won't have enough money for the upcoming round, so they might realistically think about saving these guns. Instead, they push through. Pasha picks up one, and he's going to be down. And Virtus.pro just continue on in.
No fear at all, only dreams. And well, they nearly get the double spray. Neo so close to transferring onto Apex. That was way too close for comfort. And right now, Happy is just like, why didn't we run this last round?
Well, the fact is that if Snax had got either, like if we replay that, he shoots right between the two players, and if he doesn't, that's it. It probably straight goes Virtus.pro's way. That's such a close shot, and everything sort of falls apart at that point in time. And then I think maybe Taz also being a bit too aggressive. But what's really weird is that VP didn't decide to go and save the last 3 rifles. I think that would have probably been a smarter choice, because that would have given them a pretty good buy in this round.
Instead, now we're looking at an EnVyUs who are full bot versus a VP who are force buying, not a single rifle, just the AWP. That's the heavy hitting gun that they have to work with. MP9 on Neo, Snax with the swag, or Pasha with the swag 7 rather, and then 2 pistols. So not looking too good. But we'll see. I mean, Snax once again playing from connector. He's waiting for the push up the top, and he gets the leg shot onto Devil. Apex trying to get that trade, or at least trying to get that revenge. Not going to happen. Instead, now it's Neo playing from ladder room. Let's see if he can actually pull something off from there, because he might be able to get the long lurk into mid.
He does have an MP9, so even if you find someone in the middle, how do you take a long fight with that weapon? Taz close here with the CZ 75. It's a pretty good position to try and use that gun in, but won't be getting the kill. Devil is kind of low on health, though. And maybe if they get close to Neo here in ladder room, this MP9 would be a lot better. byali sneaking out, and he must have heard Happy running. He's right around on the other side. CZ close range. And that's going to be an AK-47 going in to his hands. Still a 4-on-4.
No, unfortunately, just runs right up. Again, the timing not going to work. Neo leaps onto NBK, brings it back to a 3-on-3. But EnVyUs are up on the A site now, and Kenny just going to fully commit to this this plant. Snax not in position to get the punish. Pasha either. Do they actually have anything to block off CT with? Kenny, man, he's in a bit of a tough spot. He's got his 2 teammates and a long con kind of coming in from Devil. He's trying to wrap into mid. We'll see if they can actually last that long.
They need to get rid of Kenny in the backlines, and this jumping max 7 might just be it. There's the damage being done already. Pasha goes down immediately afterwards. Neo looking for the kill, and Devil rotating all the way around back. It's a 1-on-2, and that's going to be the round here. Overtime as we tie it up 15-15 in regulation. What a comeback for Envy. What a way to hold on to this game. And Virtus.pro probably a little bit upset with themselves.
They gotta be flustered. If you're VP at this point, if you win any of those 3 clutches, you're thinking, you know, we win. But they weren't able to get the clutch going. And once again, it's another one here. I mean, Devil, Devil might not. He wasn't even in the factory here. He was just like off in mid somewhere. It was all on Apex.
Yeah, and there we have the overtime rules, so in case anyone is wondering. I think one of the really big differences, one of the really things that sort of made a huge impact in this last round is the fact that when byali sneaks in and gets the kill on Happy, steals the AK, when he comes running back into the A side, he very obviously doesn't know that they're already up there. If they had had that information, imagine what a horrible round it would have been for Envy to try and get the bomb down, knowing that byali is sort of sneaking around either in apartments or on ramp. Suddenly there's so many things to cover, so that has a really big impact on the round. Now, and this is the big thing, because you're starting with $10,000 on either side of the overtime, as you just saw, it's going to be, suddenly you can afford a lot on the CT side, and they go straight for the double ult.
And it's not Neo with the second op this time, it's Pasha. So they want to have one on each side, it looks like. Oh no, and Pasha missing the incendiary, that's awkward.
He's going to improvise it.
Exactly. He's like, I meant to actually set up a screen for me right from the start. Now, I mean, is he actually going to go for the full push? He has Neo playing short to back him up. And Neo actually trying to force a reaction. He goes for the wallbang again, right through. If anybody was standing in front of the plank, they might have stepped into Pasha's waiting arms. So nice little detail there. Good teamwork from VP. Then instead it's going to be the flash. The pop flash actually set up there from NBK. And Pasha's still here, but the incendiary has to force him off. So slowly but surely, EnVyUs gaining ground.
And if nothing else, MBK is sort of keeping Pasha and Neo on that side of the map, which leaves a 4-on-3 on the other side of the map, where the rest of Envy seem to be pushing in here, trying to jump over the smoke. Taz right on the other side, and it clears, and Apex goes down. But a quick return there from Devil, so that's obviously good news. Now let's see if they can actually make this work or not. Happy's looking to get out, and byali's in the same position that Taz was in last round, although with a slightly better rifle. It is kind of a all-in here. You're not going to be hiding from that fight. Snacks looking the wrong way. Could have been caught. He legs one, but he can't get the kill. And now EnVyUs in a lot of trouble. He's going to pick up the one kill, but they're coming in from above. He almost turns around for it. And it's a 2-on-1. How does that even happen? EnVyUs picking up 2 kills where he should have got maybe none. And now it's NBK alone.
28 HP as well, and he just used his last nade. 5 seconds left means he has no time to fake. Pasha just charges in, but that wins the round. May seem silly, but Pasha denies that bomb plant, so there's just not enough time left for NBK to make it happen for his team. Instead, Neo will find the kill on him out in the open. This is a bit silly because you gotta, it's frustrating for ELEAGUE as well because with how things have developed, with losing the mid control, Happy constantly being up in Palace in regulation time, ELEAGUE's just thinking, I know where you are, Happy. You're going to peak eventually, and I'm going to be waiting for you. It's just losing Snacks in jungle forces ELEAGUE to try and shift things up. He still makes a hero play and gets 2 kills, but if everything had gone according to plan, EnVyUs would have run right into a rock.
Well, the same battle here that we saw earlier in the game with Snacks versus Happy, and it was Snacks that came out on top, had a little bit more patience. Happy waiting on the other side. A lot again. I mean, maybe not as much as last time, but it still really matters who wins this fight. NBK going to be taking out Pasha. That's a big kill coming through, and Snacks apparently going to miss the opportunity there. So just a good start for EnVy in this round.
There's another adjustment. Happy got punished last time by walking into Snacks. He's not going to let that happen again. Thought for a second Snacks had pulled the trigger there.
He did, and he hit Apex again. Or was that Taz? I think it might have been Taz actually,
yeah.
But it looked like he took the shot.
He's on 10, so yeah, that's way too close sometimes. But still, 4-on-4, and it's going to be the Raptor split onto B, and there we go. Devil opens it up, takes out Taz, but Neo's got the AWP in position to hold the line onto short. He's getting flanked from the apartments, but he's playing this so well, Neo. He's just trying to close it out until he can eventually force the 1v1 versus Devil. Confirms that there's a man up in apartments as well. That's NBK now in a 1v3 to clutch it. And well, they line up for him. So this is as good as it gets. 37 seconds. This time, NBK has all the time in the world.
Oh, he sees it coming as well. There's the kill coming through. Quad for NBK, who has been a little bit absent in this game. So if you were going to sort of get back into it, overtime's a pretty good place to do it. That is a round that Virtus.pro should not have lost. That was a 3-on-1 versus NBK. It's one thing that they line up, but I mean, this is just ridiculous, isn't it?
Last bullet as well. It's just unreal. All of these clutch rounds that EnVyUs keep winning. VP, this is the worst sort of scenario for VP. It's like we're making the right calls, we're coming out ahead, and then we just lose in the clutch. Apex, though, going to just charge through. Devil actually taking point as well. Taz gets to shoot him in the back. ELEAGUE's there with a double kill. And, well, EnVyUs this time around just run right into the blender. But Happy, he's already won a clutch this map. Let's see if he can actually follow it up. 1v3 with a whole minute and a half left to work with.
Oh, man. I'm convinced that Snacks in a different life, in a previous life, was a magician or something. Because you see how they were chasing him into shadows? They knew that he was there. And they turned the corner and they're like, I got you trapped, and then he's actually up the ladder, and they just can't see him. That did look really weird from EnVy's point of view, because they thought they were just managing to get him. Pasha, easy shot there. So they win 2 out of 3 rounds on the CT side, which means they're 2 rounds away from taking the overtime. But now they're going to play on the terrorist side. We'll see how far they can push this one. Currently, we have 2 players on Virtus.pro at 29 kills, and those are Snacks and EnVyUs, so the sort of 2 youngest players on the team. And then we have on the other team Kenny at 26, but then look at the rest of the score. But it's really evened out on EnVy, right? Got 23, then 22, 22, 22. They're almost all of the same scoreline. It's kind of ridiculous.
This is so even between both of these teams, you're right. Even the fact that Pasha's trailing behind doesn't really matter because Snacks and ELEAGUE are just doing so much work. So now, I mean, this is the key moment for EnVy. They need to win this round to keep themselves in the running to actually pick up this overtime. They're looking for that flawless. We're looking for the first team to 19 rounds here. So again, it's going to be that presence in mid from Kenny. Virtus.pro not really choosing to smoke up the window early, so he's willing to hang around here, see if he can't take that fight, try and pick somebody off. In the meantime, Happy, he's lurked all the way up to top mid. Pasha, is he ever going to realize that there's somebody holding close? Of course not. Happy with the free kill, but Snacks, double kill. Apex and Kenny down, and he's going to get a third as well. Devil is done.
Wow. Single-handedly walking right in and clearing out the middle, and EnVyUs not hesitating to get that shot on MBK. There's not really much that Happy can do right now. Because you don't have infinite money starting on the CT side, might want to think about just saving the rifle, because they might end up needing it. It's a little bit risky, but obviously you've got to try and do something here. Happy pushing forward. It's a 1v3, and it goes down to EnVyUs. That's 18 rounds here for Virtus.pro. They just need one out of the next two, and they'll be able to do it. But if EnVy get the next two, then we're in double overtime.
Unbelievable that nobody is watching towards underpass as well. Snacks, he literally walks up behind 3 people. How does that happen? Well, that's what EnVy are wondering. They're going to watch the demo later and obviously pinpoint it. But for now, it's just, okay then. We need to win these 2 rounds to actually pick up this first map. VP, they've got 2 map points now. And while VP, they aren't going to mess around. They know that they can, if they can just pull off a strategy that they've tried 100 times, it's going to be a straight up A execute. All the smokes going out. And now we see, I mean, they are hesitating just a little bit, but they should be grouped and ready to go.
First sort of wave of grenades coming through, then they wait. Are they going to go for the second round? And is anyone from EnVy going to fall back afterwards? That's the big question. This could look like a fake from EnVy's point of view, you know? Oh, the smokes are this bit. Kenny's rotated a little bit out. Now they're going to try and go for it, and Apex is going to be going down. Kenny back in position, but his teammates are gone by the time that he is. And the smokes are up, so using half the smokes and then just baiting Kenny out of that position now. MBK on 19 health, and the bomb will be going down here. So 3 more kills, and VP will end up winning this marathon match here. And there's one of them, MBK down. Happy and Kenny left, the 2 AWPs.
Not the best weapon to have in a retake scenario. But then, I mean, Kenny, we have to see if we can see that glimmer of brilliance that we've seen in the past. Happy is going to lurk his way right out into the open. ELEAGUE is there to take his head off, but Kenny trades. Still a 1v3 scenario, and he's just so low on time. Not going to happen in the end. Pasha will find the flank, and it's a 19-16 scoreline at the end of Mirage. Virtus.pro eventually coming through in overtime. And this is after EnVy forced overtime as well. They managed to run it back, get that 15-15 scoreline. Just weren't able to confirm it in the end.
Yeah, and I mean, that's got to be one of the really frustrating things, right, when you fought that hard for it. But I mean, Virtus.pro, tough opponent on this particular map. So I think EnVy are going to be, I mean, maybe not right now, but sort of looking back, it's